It is my favorite time of the day, a little girl chat time. Now, what does being brave in your own skin mean to you? How brave do you feel you are now? In this week's Ingram Skin Session, I'll be uncovering my own #YourSkinYourBrave story and chatting about what would be different if you perhaps had more bravery in your own life. Dumza.
Yes, girl.
This conversation to me is so powerful because the campaign that Ingram's is running just gives me goosebumps.
It does, and I can imagine, especially for someone who's in the media industry like yourself, I mean, presenting and portraying the self-image is so important, but also how do you maintain, a healthy self-image, and how do you keep that confidence?
Girl, it hasn't been easy because for me to speak about where I am today, I have to kind of backtrack to back in the day and where I found myself growing up. Being born and raised in Durban, a beautiful city, humidity, there was a lot of moisture in the air, so I didn't really suffer from dryness. But one thing that I did suffer from was I had a very destructive relationship with Mother Nature. I hated the sun. I would run away from the sun at every opportunity. In high school, I was known for the girl with the umbrella, with the sunscreen and under the shade. And now that I'm older, I had to ask myself, why, Palesa? Why were you that conscious of your skin and your relationship with the sun? And I realized it's because growing up within the African community, when your skin is more melanated, the darker you are, there's certain prejudices that one has to deal with. And indeed, growing up, that was me. My mom was light-skinned and, yellow bone, as they like to call it. And my dad was darker skin, and growing up, everyone, certain family members, you know who you are, would say crazy things like, oh, you're not as beautiful as your mother, you grew up looking like your dad, that's daddy's girl, she's dark-skinned like her dad. And I guess as much as maybe they weren't trying to put me down, but it ended up building that, because we all know that there is this colorism conversation that keeps coming up in society. So anyway, now I am older and I had to kind of attack those areas in myself and embrace my skin, melanin and all, whether I'm dark, I just need to make sure that I'm making sure that my skin is healthy. That's what's key. So that's been my skin journey. And now, I don't know if you also have the same, girl, these dark spots under your elbow. I don't want to show you guys. But also, there's this thing of having dark knees, dark elbows that people try run away from. And the darker that part of the body is, the more ashy it can get. So sometimes you need to put on a good moisturizer and something on there that you can feel protected. This is something, though, that I've had to overcome. My skin hasn't been perfect. I had to kind of embrace the fact that I've got flaws, I've got pores, I've got blemishes, and I've got those scars, but I have to wear them with pride regardless.
Well, you definitely are wearing them proudly. And another thing is, being in this industry, you do quite a lot. You wear a lot of hats. You're a presenter. You travel a lot. You do all of that. And I can imagine that puts a lot of pressure on your skin. So is there a specific routine or skincare routine that you actually follow? And what exactly do you use for that?
Girl, that is such an interesting question because I probably learned yesterday about skincare routines. I used to just, slap, dab, whatever I could find, making sure that as long as there's moisture and there's clean products, and I'm making sure that I'm feeding my skin the best. But in terms of a step-by-step routine, I didn't. But now, because I'm living within the limelight, I could say, and a lot of people are paying attention to my skin, I've also got a lot of makeup products that I use daily. Girl, you already know the pain. We cake on this makeup daily. I love it. I love looking good. I wouldn't take it away. But at the same time, it puts a lot of strain on my skin. And then when we used to travel, going a lot to Joburg, up and down, the humidity of Cape Town, flying to the dryness in Joburg, my skin would react and not know what to do. So a skincare routine I had to do, girl. And another product that I just felt like I needed to incorporate are products that have more vitamin E. And for example, I don't know if you are aware, but this Ingram's tissue oil lotion is everything to me. Because, with the dryness that comes around, one skin can become, whether it's stretch marks, and my stretch marks become very dark, and to be able to alleviate that, I just use this and making sure that it's got this rich blend of oils that just magnifique to add into any skincare routine.
I absolutely agree with you there. The range that is available from Ingram's makes it so easy to incorporate this into your actual skincare routine. And I can imagine that as a person who's so busy, who's got so much going on, we constantly want to find a way to see how can I make myself even more comfortable in my skin, but also how can I articulate that to the rest of the world. And it's so amazing how Ingram's has got this campaign about your story, your skin, you're brave.
Yeah.
And I see that in you. You are literally living that, and I'm glad that we can actually participate with Ingram's in this beautiful campaign.
And to take the conversation a step further, Ingram's is being as controversial as to challenging South Africans to ask themselves, what is their story and what does bravery mean to them? So can I flip the script and ask you that question? I know that you're finding out all about me. And for me, you know, bravery within my skin is just essentially that. Scars, stretch marks, dimples, ashiness, melanated, popping skin or not. I'm just wearing it and saying, as long as it's healthy, taken care of, I'm happy. And for you?
No, I fully agree with you because it's the only skin you have. So it's not like you can go somewhere and be like, look, I'd like to return it. I want a new model, upgrade. You can't do that. So how's about take the one that you actually love, the skin that you're in, love it, treat it beautifully, and use products that actually make sense to it. And therefore, just make it glow even more.
And then, of course, as important as what you put on your skin is what you feed yourself within the inside.
Correct.
So to back up beauty, you know, beauty is only skin deep. It's also what's on the inside that counts. And for myself, you know, those affirmations daily, telling yourself that you are beautiful, that you are a masterpiece, that you are made in a perfect image, telling yourself that you are this healthy being that radiates light. I think that that's just as important as lathering your body with these incredible products. But I love that. I love the fact that we have this opportunity to give advice to our viewers and to inspire them.
Well, there's got to be one line or just one line of advice that you could give to someone about loving the skin they're in and basically living their brave.
I would say to South Africans, take the time to get to know yourself in all ways. Get to know your skin, get to know what your skin needs, what your skin requires, get to know the surroundings you find yourself in and how your skin reacts to that. And then learn yourself on the inside as well, the characteristics that you have. You know, I think that self-care goes far beyond just what we put and the masks and the power masking that people talk about. It also has to do with self-care from the inside. So that would be my advice to South Africans. Take the time, get to know yourself, get to know your skin, and more than anything, get to know your interaction with others. And I think that's what's going to make us richer as abantu.
I agree with you. It's what you put in. So what you put in is definitely what you get out. So I agree with you.
Cheers to that, sis.
Fully. Cheers.
Now, thanks to Ingram's for this inspiring campaign, encouraging us to speak more openly about these issues. We're joining them in telling South Africans that they only have one skin, so remember to nourish it and wear it bravely. Join the conversation by sharing your brave skin story with us. Comment on our Facebook post with the hashtags Ingram's and the hashtag Your Skin, Your Brave, and you can stand a chance to win a 10,000 Rand cash prize and the opportunity for your story to be featured on our show.
You only have one skin. Nourish it and wear it bravely.